Kim. Welcome back to my channel. I am coming to you today with a project share. Pardon me, I'm still getting over the laryngitis. So I wanted to come on and show you all what I created, and I made this using the kit from my store, which is on Facebook, and it's Vintage Rose Creations, and I'll leave the link in the description box below. But this is the wall hanging kit that I sell for $12. And I do still have 3 of them available in the shop. If you'd like to purchase and you're not on Facebook, you can comment below and email me, and that way I can get your zip code and PayPal information. So I used everything in here that you see on this wall hanging is from the kit. I did not add anything from my stash other than what was in the kit, and I actually had quite a few bits of leftovers too. So let me show you. This is the front of my wall hanging, and I used some of the tea-dyed fabric as my hanging piece, but I also took the tea-dyed fabric and made this flower. So it's just a simple shabby loop flower, but I added some of the tea-dyed tulle that's in the kit, as well as the applique and 3 of the pearls in the center, and I just think that flower came out really pretty. I'm happy with it. So what I did was I took the piece of quilted fabric that is in the kit, and I glued down some of this pretty white vintage lace. Excuse me. I glued that down over the top of it, and then I used a piece of the vintage linen napkin, folded it, and attached that. And then I attached a piece of this vintage lace over the bottom. And then I did different layers of different lace pieces. So you can see I've did it at the very top, this gorgeous vintage lace. And then I added a row of this vintage lace. And then a small piece of this lace. And in the center I used the coffee dyed doily. And then I glued the Ecru vintage doily on top of it. I popped 2 little vintage buttons on the sides, and in your kit you get a vintage brooch. Well, I didn't want to use one of the vintage brooches, so this piece actually is from my stash, and it's not a brooch, but if you were buying the kit and making it, you would put your brooch here if you decide to design it the same way. And then I did little doilies that match the one in the center, some little bow appliques, vintage buttons on either side. And then for my dangles, I used this string of pearls from the kit to hang down. I used some extra lace that I had attached to the entire front of my banner, another piece of lace from the kit, and then I used this tea-dyed lace and the vintage seam binding that's in the kit. So this is, oh, and if you can see, hanging down underneath and at the very top is a piece of the white vintage napkin from the kit. So this is the front of my wall hanging finished, and then the back looks like this. So I finished the back off as well, and where the hanging piece is at the top, I used this bow applique with a threaded vintage button, and then I put this piece of lace over top of it. The white linen napkin is over top of the entire back side. You can see the fabric here. And then I added the wide white lace all the way down here, another applique, bow, and vintage button. I've got 2 vintage buttons on either side. And then down at the bottom you can see where I carried these over from the back. Got more vintage buttons here. And then this is how the back side looks with the dangles. So I completely finished front and back of my wall hanging and had supplies left over, which is great. So again, this is $12 plus shipping, and you can comment below or go through my Facebook store if you'd like to purchase. So thanks so much for watching. Have a great day, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.